I'm probably gonna make a few videos today because I had a terrible night's rest. I had a nightmare where I was fighting, and I remember waking up punching the air. I was I was that it was that bad. So, anyways, as you can see here, this was our chop yesterday, but it was predictable chop. We formed a demand, we formed a supply. Both were tested twice, so one could have made money if you wanted to play it safe and only trade the demand after it got tested. There's your test. If you want to play it safe and trade the supply only after it got tested again, you got that. If you want to take it right after the demand or supply was formed, you've got that. So, um, Adam Mancini did send his typical morning tweet. It's not very promising in that, um, how do I put this? Basically, he's saying, let me put this on ES for now. Basically, he's saying that support is now 112. Let me back it up a bit. Support is now 112, and you know what? I'll just adjust this to 112. Oh, it's actually 113, but perfectionism is. I've learned that being perfectionist in this is damaging. Um, as long as we're above 4112, we should finally see 4144. After that, 4155 to 4160. However, we need to get above 4128 for this to trigger, which has been the key yesterday. 4128. I mean, I think I have it there. It's 4127.78, but whatever. However, if 4112 fails, my God. If 4112 failed, I'm sorry. This happens to me every morning. I don't know what to do. I think if I lived on my own in a home with a big piece of land, I would get up and work out or something. The problem is, I mean, I guess I can get up and work out here, but the problem is, I don't sleep well, obviously. I would get up exhausted and the park nearby here, since I live right on the beach, it's very packed. There's a place to jog out in the near the water, but that spot is always packed. Anyways, I guess I can just walk outside and scream and clear my throat. Um, if 4112 fails, then we're going to see 4090. That's what Adam Mancini says. I, I don't know. I can't make any kind of logical prediction based on any kind of analysis. It seems 50-50, to be honest, of what's going to happen. You know what? Not even. It's more 30. It's a 30% it might go up, 30% it might go down, 30% it'll just keep chopping sideways. I actually would like to see another day of chop like yesterday, where it forms a demand, forms a supply, and it's somewhat predictable based on that. Maybe I can make a few bucks if possible. Um, because knowing my luck, if I try and predict which way it's going to go and trade in that direction, it's going to fake me out and I'm going to miss out on profits, or it's going to fake me out and I'm going to exit for a loss and then it'll finally go in my direction. So I don't really know what's going to happen here. Um, and I'm surprised I didn't do any on-demand trading, any practice trading yesterday. I just once I shut down work, which by the way, I've been up since a little bit before 8 doing work that was sent to me later on in the evening that I didn't see. Um, so I don't know if today's gonna be busy or not, but my entire body feels like, well, I did work out. I did sprints on Saturday, and I'm really sore from that, but I feel like I did a workout last night and I'm sore from that. I don't even know what my dream was that I was fighting. Probably because I get attacked on Instagram so much. I on my personal training account, every now and then I post comments, and even though my comments aren't offensive, it's typical social media. You just have people that if you say the truth about the scenario, they have this obnoxious need to come on and insult you and disrespect you and put you down. And sadly, I don't think I'm intelligent. I'm not super smart. I don't, when it comes to trivia stuff, like when you ask me trivial questions, like, you know, really any trivia, I don't remember. I don't remember shit at all. Oops, I just demonetized myself. But um, I do have some critical thinking skills, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a complete moron, but um, when I talk about a topic, it everyone like comes to the defense saying, "Oh, you don't know? No, that's not true. That's not." And I'm here thinking, "What do you mean? The data shows that it's true." Like, um, you know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not even on topic. I'm just gonna end this video early because I really don't have a plan. I'm not gonna trade in the morning after the bell rings like before, even if it looks like it's about to rally. The only way I'll go long is if we finally break 4128, and even then it's a risk because it might be a false breakout. The only way I'll go short is if we break, forget about 4112. I don't even know why he's so specific there. More like 4110 if it falls below. But again, it might be a fake breakdown and suddenly quickly turn around. But the problem is if it breaks 4128 like he says, the next target is 4144. That's not even 20 points above. That's not really a, you know, the risk to reward isn't very good there for such a small move. And yesterday 4145 was a target and we didn't even make it there. We just made it to 4137. So if we break up, the target's pretty close. If we fall down, 4090 is about 20 points away. But, again, we may have a false breakout. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me show this. Adam Mancini is good at finding these things, and it looks like we've got ourselves. I tried my best to try and, he said it's a flag, but his charts and my charts never look the same. So this is my best attempt at trying to draw the bull flag. So he believes that this bull flag is going to fill out some more. We have two touches on the top and really only two very close touches, which worries me on the bottom. I would think that this would come down and touch the bottom before coming back up again. But I have a feeling that if it gets down too low, I mean, this is our FOMC liftoff point, right? I would think this is the final straw for bulls, or this trend line would be the final straw. We could end up bouncing at this trend line here, and we're at this weekly support, so this could be the bounce point right here. So it's possible we may come up here, test this line, and just break through. And once we break through here, then it'll start rallying. So there's that possibility. I tried to duplicate that on SPY here. Let me put this in the 515. Yeah. So I tried to duplicate that on SPY here as well. And I guess this is a similar channel as that blue channel that I created, where we may end up bouncing here. So I have a rule for myself that I won't take a call unless there's at least 2 or 3 confluences that justify taking it long. However, with MK strategy, generally you don't need to do that. Once it forms a clean 5-minute demand, in my experience, it generally does start to come up. I would say there's at least a 50% chance or higher that it works. It works if it's tested again, and then you see it's reacting, it's going in the direction as per that demand or supply, generally there's like a 75% chance that it's going to continue in that direction. So you know what? Maybe I should make this bigger, this trend. Whatever, that's fine. Whatever. Let's move that back to 1 minute for now. Oh, and trading view. I know this crappy little screens, but I tried to add this on trading view as well. This one maybe. I don't know why I put it so low that it's not even touching. So yeah, maybe I should drag this out a little bit more. So yeah, oh my god, dude, I have this terrible song that keeps playing in my head that everyone on Instagram likes to use. It sounds like a little kid singing, and it's going, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. It's such an obnoxious song, but it seems like this younger generation, they love obnoxious sounding music. They just can't get enough of it, and they'll play it in the background of every video they put online, or they'll use some sort of synthesizer to dub an obnoxious voice over their own voice. And I can't begin to fathom. No, I do. I understand why. I don't know what it is about this younger generation, and it goes back to what I was saying about Instagram. These people are obnoxious. They're absolutely obnoxious. They love being obnoxious. They relish in it. This is like a generation of trolls. They make videos of pranking their parents, and I mean, I know that what was that show Jackass that came out on MTV many years ago, but it's not the same. They were more like a bunch of guys pranking each other. This younger generation of kids, they just like being obnoxious. They relish in it. They relish in being trolls online. They relish in pranking their parents. They relish in doing stupid things like the escalator TikToks. God, TikTok. That's what a cancer of a social media profile. Anyways, but yeah, that song's playing in my head, and normally if I wasn't doing this video, I would be playing music from my phone or with my headphones on, just so I can enjoy some classical music or something to take my mind off that terrible song. So yeah, I think that's, sorry, I keep going off on rants, but whatever. I mean, nobody watches my videos, so it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Obnoxious neighbor upstairs dropping heavy things on the floor already, because that's what they do all day. And I'm gonna tell myself I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna trade unless this thing shows a demand zone, a nice clean 5 minute demand zone. We did drop slightly below 4112, but then looks like we kind of recovered, and we're just kind of hovering right there. So and I brought my smoothie with me, so I might just record the first half hour just to see what happens, and then walk away after that. All right, we just dropped below 412, 4112 on ES. We're now at 411. Nope, we're back to 4112, so we're just hovering around there. Which is ironic because that's right about where we created this demand zone yesterday on SPY. A very clean demand zone, mind you. And remember, again, if we lose 4112 or 4110, whatever, then there's a likelihood we're going to continue down to 4090 or 4100. That's a clean, strong recovery there for that 1 minute candle. Or was. Yes, I keep forgetting I have this on the 5 minute. Stupid. I have my other screen on the 5 minute. I want this on the 1 minute. Looks like the false breakdown. No, not really. Let's maybe zoom this out just a little bit. A little too much. Sorry. Wow. Is it bad that I'm just so sleepy and lazy that all I really want to do is enjoy my smoothie, go grocery shopping if I had any funds to do that, come home, make myself a fat breakfast, and then take a nap, then play some Mass Effect. That I know it sounds lazy as hell and unproductive, but that's just what I want to do right now. Okay, well, 412 is still holding. We're now at 413. I mean, we're really dead center in Adam Mancini's bull flag. But again, I would like to see the bottom of the bull flag get tested again, even though that means we'll be breaking a trend that we've bounced off of a couple times. So maybe not. I don't know. I really want to play my classical playlist right now, but it's not all classical. There's some songs on there that I think I'm certain would be copyright hit or whatever, because they're soundtracks from movies. So the rally that occurred after the FOMC, we are about, we've made about a 50% retracement of that rally. Not quite, maybe more like 30%, 40%. If it drops a little bit below, yeah, definitely 50%. You know what? Yeah, I would like to see this drop. Let me show you on a 15-15 FOMC rally. Okay, post FOMC, some chop on Friday, Monday's chop. Now we're at today. I want to see this come down to 4095 here. I'd like to see that. Another retest of the initial launch. Although the launch really happened down here, but this is more like a spike drop. Our liftoff point was really here. So I'd like to see this blue trend confluence to this trend and this liftoff point. I want to see like a spike down and a jump up here. I just don't think it'll go down that low. But that would be a nice spot to take it long if we can charge back up, reach the top of the bull flag, slight rejection, and then power through. Oh, I forgot to put my iPad on my trading view charts. All right, we've obviously lost 4112. Well, it's interesting. We're at 4108 on ES, and we're at 408. So it looks like the gap has been slowly decreasing on ES. There was like almost a 40-point gap, sort of. Like if ES was at 4040, SPY would be at 400. But it looks like it's gone down to more like 20 points. So if ES is at 4110, then this is at 408. Oh, I never even thought to bring up a. That's how much I'm not even thinking of trading. I didn't even bring up my options. So if 4144 is the goal, then we should get to 412. So on that spike down there, one could have gotten in at 72 here, it says, but really, realistically 75. I think this is it. I think this is going to start pushing up. But I told myself I won't take a trade unless I see a clean supplier demand zone form. On a 10 or 15 minute. Looks to me like the bulls are trying to slowly grind it up. I do know that Maurice Kenny, in some of his videos, he said that you can carry a demand zone or supply zone from the previous day and use it, and it looks like this is the case. If I had put a buy limit somewhere just underneath, I guess. But I mean, obviously, again, hindsight. But if I could have gotten in at 75 and set my sell limit at 105 and make 30 bucks, I'll be quite happy doing that. Possible rejection off VWAP. VWAP is this purple line. What does it mean again? Volume weighted average price or something like that. I wonder what the possibility is of forming a demand zone here again, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think bulls are going to be able to slowly grind this up. However, if I really thought that, then I would just take the trade long, but I'm going to stick with my plan. I'm not going to take any trades unless I see a clean demand zone form. You hear that? Sounds like somebody's scraping a statue on the floor. That's the jerk neighbor upstairs. One day I decided to count. I didn't have my headset, and mind you, these are noise canceling headphones. These are noise canceling headphones, and I can still hear this guy upstairs, even with these on sometimes. And one day I didn't have these headphones, and I was sitting at the computer doing trading, doing some work, and I decided to count how many times I would hear this jerk drag furniture on the floor. Just that, not the other sounds, not him hammering, scraping on the floor, or um, dropping things on the floor. Just the sound of him dragging furniture on the floor. And I started around 9 a.m. when I started my pre-market review, and I stopped around 1 p.m. because I had to work my other job that I had back then. And I counted 56 times this moron dragged furniture on the floor. 56 times you would hear furniture being scraped on the floor. 56 times between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. That's just ridiculous, man. That's what I have to deal with. Oh, there it is. It's pushing through. Man, it's funny how the days when I take it long early, it backfires on me. But on the days I don't take it and I say I'm going to stick with my plan, it starts to rally and leaves me behind. And by the time this gets to 4128, I'm not going to be able to afford to take the trade. Well, we're about to close the 15-minute candle, and yeah, this is a good 15-minute candle coming right off the demand zone. I'm starting to think I should just go ahead and take the trade. It'll take up pretty much my entire account, but it looks like Bull's just gonna slowly grind this up. The only thing I can hope for is a pullback. Although ironically, had I gotten in at 75 when we dipped into the demand zone, I would have 20 points, $20 of profit. But I heard a neighbor upstairs drop something on the floor again with my noise canceling headphones on. Incredible, dude. And these are good headphones. I luckily got them on sale. I wouldn't be able to afford them otherwise, but it looks like the sellers are pushing and pushing and trying to push, but the buyers keep absorbing each effort they make to push this down. However, even though we just started a new 5-minute candle, we have a clean supply forming right about 409 on SPY on the 5-minute. Unless the bulls are able to push this back above, which I think they will, and this will create a clean looking supply. But again, we just started this 5 minute candle. We're still early in the candle formation, so bulls have plenty of time to turn it around, which would make me ask, okay, is this the time to get in? But I'll just be gambling, getting in, hoping that the result would be that bulls will go up when it could just as easily come down. So no, there's no edge there. I do remember watching a video from Maurice Kenny where he said that he has some of his students, now coaches, that they won't trade the morning, either because they have other obligations that they have to deal with and they can't, so they don't by circumstance. But then there are others that don't trade it by choice, and they will only trade either the last hour or the last half of the market. So maybe between, I don't know, 12:30 and 4 o'clock, or 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, or something like that. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. If you have the opportunity to trade the entire time, if you can look at the screen, then it seems to me that why limit yourself? But what do I know? Because I'm consistently losing anyway, so. Alright, 2 minutes left. This 5 minute candle closes, and it looks to me like the bears have succeeded in creating a very clean demand zone. It took 3 5 minute candles to make it up to VWAP and break above, and apparently it's taking one 5 minute candle just to go right back down here. And we've lost 4112 on ES. But look where we bounced. It's funny how I'm saying I want to wait for a clean demand zone to form, yet the market is reacting as if a clean demand zone has already formed, which it did yesterday. The market is still reacting to this. And here's a second test of this. It's almost, I wonder if I should take this long. But if I do, this is going to be pretty much all of my account. Unless I choose a strike that's further out. I might have to. What I would like to see is a quick spike down and flush and reset. Outlook is terrible, but I'm not surprised. Okay. It looked for a moment, I wasn't here, but based on this wick, that for a moment the bulls were able to break past that supply zone that was formed earlier. Let me get rid of this. Oh my god. This looked like it had some play, but for now I'm going to change this into what the supply that was created. Although it looks like the bulls are going to succeed in breaking through that supply, but I'm just going to make it for now. You know what, let me change to this, because I think they're going to break through almost any moment. And I guess technically speaking, let me show you this. It doesn't look clean, but this could be a new demand zone forming here. I know it looks messy from all the wicks and whatnot, but right about here, one could argue this is a new demand zone that's formed based on this candle and this candle and the fact that we've sort of tested it. But time will tell. And usually, from what I've understood, anytime it makes a demand zone above a demand zone, that's more bullish indication. And also, I'm just slightly seeing what looks like an ascending channel being formed. So that being the case, what would be nice to see is this test the ascending channel, the bottom of the ascending channel, and then spike up quickly. Oh my god. Broken through VWAP or not. There it is. Breaking through finally that supply zone. Or at least they tried. There it is. Scraping of the furniture. It sounds like this person's overweight, sitting on a chair with metal legs, and just pushes themselves to scrape the floor. And what's frustrating is that the ceiling is supposed to be a concrete ceiling. But when I first moved in here almost 2 years, no, it was over 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, there was non-stop construction above me, and it sounded like they were ripping up the floor. And what I think they did is they did a cheap job putting a new flooring down, maybe some cheap tiling or some cheap hardwood flooring or something. And now as a result, every time this person makes noise, I hear it, which is frustrating because the association does not care. As long as they get their money, they don't care. Although I did look it up, and you can sue your upstairs neighbor for noise, but it has to be overt noise, not just obnoxious, continuous dropping of stuff and furniture stuff, dragging on the floor. But I don't know if that's truly the case. I gotta look into it. Wow, this is even choppier than yesterday, and even tighter range than yesterday, which won't last long. This is gonna break one way or the other. Question is, will I be in the trade when it happens? And will I be betting in the right direction? And will I be able to hold it long enough to profit properly? All right, it looks like we're about to retest the bottom of this ascending channel. And it looks like it's bouncing exactly there. No, it's breaking through. What about the next demand zone, this minor demand zone that formed this morning? Looks like that's going to do it. And look where it's bouncing. Uh-oh. Scraping furniture again. I'm telling you, I can't go 5 minutes without this a-hole scraping furniture upstairs, dragging furniture around. Just a touch of the rectangle. Wow, this is pretty wild and volatile. Not volatile in movements, but just the random choppiness in such a coiled up tight space. But I said I would end this within a half hour, so that's what we're gonna do. If anything develops, I'll restart the video. Okay, I have a lot of work to do that just came in, but I just took a look, and it looks like on a 5 minute, you can see I put it already. We formed a demand within a demand on the 5 minute. We broke down this channel, fell, and then recovered. Remove drawing, and I'm gonna check ES right now. Yes, we just barely recovered 4112. I'm gonna put my stop loss. I'm at 53. I'm gonna put it at about 43, risking $10. If we fall below here, we fall below here. What can I do? And I lose more money. But I'm gonna put a alert if it looks like we're about to come close to this supply that formed earlier. Is it above? Yes, above. Of course, I have I would say a 60-50% feeling this is just going to come right back down and test my stop loss. And if it does, likely it'll just turn right back around. It'll just reach down just just low enough to kick my stop loss in. Um, I could have put my stop loss actually in the demand zone or maybe here, but I chose here. So I got a lot of stuff to do really quick. So I really need to learn how to put these videos to attach them together because I'm making them shorter. So I got to figure out how to, what is it called? Stitch them together. I'm kind of glad I'm making these videos because I say these things and I know there's be people out there that'll be like, no, you have to manifest positivity into the universe. If you think negatively, then these things are going to happen. That's all BS. Let's be real. There's no way that I myself am influencing the entire stock market. So when I choose to take a call and then the market immediately turns around against me right after I take that call, I know the universe isn't just coming out for me. I know it's just a coincidence, but still, the fact is, it is happening, right? Before I left, I took a call, and then I left after finishing some work to go shower really quick. And while I was in a shower, I listened, and of course, because, the iPhone is a garbage device, and the app from Thinkorswim is also a garbage device or garbage app. I didn't get any of the alerts. Oh, there it is. Now I get the alerts. It didn't alert me that my stop loss was kicked in, but look, remember, when I got in here, I got in at 53. I put my stop loss at 43, which was below right around this point, okay? I'm like, okay, that's the low of the day. We formed a demand within a demand, a clean demand zone. What happens? It comes down and spikes just low enough that it hits 43. 43. Meaning if I made my stop loss 41, 40, then I'm supposed to believe it wouldn't have hit? Come on, please. And I set my alert here. Why? Because that's where I intended to sell, where the supply was. So if my stop loss never got hit, if this went to 44 instead of 43, and if this stupid phone had actually worked and given me the alert and I sold, I would have only made $5, sadly, because remember I got in at 53. But instead, my point is, it came exactly to, I would rather make $1 than lose another $10. So again, since the week of the FOMC, which was last week Monday, I was up $235. I'm now at $114. I just keep losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. And again, I sometimes think I should just stop using stop losses. But almost every veteran out there would say, you can't do that. You can't, because then you're going to risk losing even more money. But I mean, what do? If I don't use a stop loss, I'll lose a lot of money. If I use a stop loss, I lose a little bit of money. So I have two choices. I blow my account very slowly over a long period of time, or I blow my account quickly. It's either one of the two, basically. That's what it feels like to me. And I can't help but think for the rest of this day, 43 will be the lowest this option will get to. 43. But what are the chances, though? Seriously, what are the chances that I would pick the exact dollar where it would come down and sell off? It's just incredible. It really is. And look here, we dropped down again, but it wasn't 43, it was 44. And here's the part that trips me out. It's 43 way down here, right? But 44 here. Meaning, I bet you if I had put my stop loss at 40, it would have hit 40 here, and then hit 43 or something here. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. To be successful at trading requires skill, yes, but it also requires luck. And I can tell you, if you know anything about my life, I am not a lucky man. I am not. I'm the guy who buys a car that looks fairly good even though it's used. And in 2 years, I've been hit almost half a dozen times. Once by some female that took a rock and threw it at my car. No, I didn't do anything to her. Didn't do anything to piss her off. She was a street walker, picked up a rock and threw it at my car because she was hollering at me or waving at me and I just wasn't giving her any attention. I wanted to call the police, but she ran off. My car has been hit and dented from people opening the car and hitting my car. I've been actually run into, like people actually hit my car, I think twice. I was driving by a pickup truck on a curve, and the pickup truck, a, a, a piece of metal, like a sheet of metal, was on the road, and the tire of the pickup truck went over the metal and just basically flung the metal into the side of my car because I was on the right side of the truck, and it flung the metal into my car, banging the door and scratching and denting my door. I mean, who am I going to sue? The piece of metal? If I call the police, what are they going to do? I'll have to come out of pocket to fix that damage no matter what. And then at one time there was construction. Even though I pay rent that has parking, there was construction on the road, and we all had to park outside the parking garage on this roadway. And they didn't give enough parking spaces for all of us. And some of us will have to parallel park. And my car was covered actually. I had a car cover on my car. Somebody pulled out, hit my car with the car cover on it. Therefore, there'll be no paint transfer. And of course, kept driving. That time I called the police, and the police said I made it up. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going on a rant, but I don't have good luck. I don't. And this is one of the reasons why I started this channel was I wanted to show because I'd never see this. I tried looking for it. There's nobody, at least not that I find. If anyone knows it, please let me know. If there's anyone who's trading SPY using options with a small account and doing it successfully. If there's anyone doing that, let me know. Who's actually doing live trades like I'm doing. Because every veteran guru trading person online, none of them trade live. Not a single one that I found trade live. They might show a couple examples, a few videos of them trading live. But everything they do is hindsight. Everything they do is talk about the trading after the fact. They never show their own actual trades like what I'm doing here. Never. I'm sure there's some that exist, but I haven't found them. And one of the reasons why I did this is I want to show just how challenging and frustrating this is. And a lot of it is luck, not your technical skills. It's your luck. So, I mean, the only thing I can say is I followed my plan today. I did wait for a demand zone to form. A very, very clean demand zone formed inside another demand zone that has been tested and still, even now, it's still working. And I guess if this comes down a little bit more, one can say we've made our little inverse head and shoulders here. But this demand zone forms, I take it long somewhere in here, and of course, as my luck will have it, it comes down right to where my stop loss is, and then comes back up, rejects off the supply again. Maybe what I should just do is just keep trading puts and forget about calls. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But again, I guarantee you, this is my belief. This is going to be the low of the day, 43. Maybe it'll come back down and hit 43 again, maybe, but this is the low of the day. And the fact that it hit 43 here, but hit 44 here, blows my mind. It really does. And again, I got in at 53. So if I set my sell limit, if I didn't have any stop loss and I set my sell limit here, I would have made $5. It's nothing. It's nothing. It just covers the commission with a few extra bucks, and that's it. But my point is, I would like to be consistent positive, even if that positive is only $5 a day. But instead, it's the opposite. I'm consistently negative. I'm consistently losing money. And I can't help but think, even statistically speaking, if you flip a coin 10 times and try to call heads 10 times, um, by basic statistics, oh, I can't talk, but by basic probabilities, you should get heads. If you're betting heads, you should get heads at least 3 or 4 times, at least. I feel like pulling out a coin and trying it right now just to demonstrate it, but if I do, I'll probably get heads 10 times. Because anytime I want to demonstrate something to prove a point, it doesn't really work for me. Like when your car is making a weird noise, you bring it to the mechanic and somehow it just stops making that noise when you're at the mechanic, but then you leave the mechanic, the noise comes back. That kind of situation. So it's just, but this is this is one of the reasons why I made this. Not because I want to show off about how, because I am not a successful trader at all, clearly. But I want to show just how frustrating it is. How truly frustrating it is. Yep, I know, I'm back again already. Because not long after I stopped the last video, um, what I said would happen happened. This is clearly, at least so far, is the low of the day, right where my stop loss was, and it popped right back up. So if I had set my sell, if I didn't sell here, and if I just held on to it, this actually peaked. I think it hit 65, just about 65, 64. But now that we're heading up, there's a very good likelihood that we're going to reach the top of that bull flag that I showed before. Let me back this up to a 515. So yeah, Adam Mancini's first target is about 4144. That would be confluent to the top of this bull flag. His next target is, I believe, 4155 to 4160. That would be right around here. And then after that, it's going to just rally. So what can I do? I was thinking earlier what I probably should do, knowing that I have bad luck. Because I was taking the driving example. Because I know I have bad luck, when I park at a parking lot, I would pick the parking spot the furthest away where no one will want to park, the longest distance from the store or whatever it is. So I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just pick a stop loss that's like almost unrealistic. Instead of 43, I should have picked like 10, 20 or something, just so I don't lose all the money if it falls. But then here's the thing. When I park far away in those parking lots and I come outside, there is almost always some a-hole that decides to park next to me. And then sometimes they'll park close to me. So let's say I park at a retail store at the huge parking lot, and I park way out at the very end next to a curb. There could be dozens and dozens of empty parking spaces around me, but there's always that one jerk that decides that he needs to park next to me and then park close to me, and then the passenger or he will cause a dent on my door. So I guess what I'm saying is, even if I put my stop loss at like 30, somehow it'll reach down to hit my stop loss at 30. But, my stop loss was slightly below the previous low. I guess, I don't know. I don't know. Do I not use a stop loss anymore? Do I just not even bother? I really don't know. But like I said, this formed an inverse head and shoulder, rallied up, and we're gonna approach our first target in a little bit, probably. More than likely, it's gonna reach Adam Mancini's 4144 target, or at the very least 4140. And if it does get up there, then my option that I got on that 53 will be worth at least 73.83 at that point. I don't know, man. Okay, you can see here, I just entered again. I had a theory that I have just enough left on my account that if this back tests the previous resistance as support, maybe then I can take it long. We still haven't made our way to 4144, which is the top of the bull flag, so maybe I can make up for the $10 I just lost with this trade. More than likely, what's going to happen, of course, is this is going to just randomly somewhere fall below this and maybe retest this again. And I'm not putting a stop loss. Screw it. No, you know what? That's stupid. I'm going to put a stop loss. I'm going to put it way down to $20. Remember, I'm in at 58. So I'll potentially lose 30 bucks. No, more than that. So we'll see. Now, as far as where to sell it, whatever. 4144 is the target, so I'm going to be conservative and let's choose 41. Let's see, this was the overnight high, I'm going to guess. We'll choose the overnight high. So 4134. Create an alert. A single, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Let's try 4135. I highly doubt it's going to get up there, but if it does, we'll see. We'll sell there. If it does get up here, which again, I don't think it will, but if it does, we're looking at maybe a $30 profit. Let's see, 4135 should be on spot. What is this? What did this pop up out of nowhere? Is this the next month's expiration for the futures? Ugh. 4135. That's 413 minus 2 is 411. So probably up here. So let's see. Let me take the stop loss off. Let's see. So I can see where this would be. 83. 83 bucks. Let's try 85. Oh, okay. So then let's try 90. Ah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Of course, we have to get past this daily, which served as support pre-market. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to put an alert if this gets below 46. Maybe that's what I should do now, is use alerts instead of stop losses. But the problem is that, like I said earlier, I didn't get any kind of alert or update from the Thinkorswim app, which no doubt, let me see, needs to be updated, because it seems every app on your phone needs to be updated basically every week. Oops, I just told it to update everything. I don't want to do that, because usually in my experience, whenever an app updates, it's worse than before. Oh, Instagram needs to be updated, because I swore I updated that just, see, this is what I'm saying. Oh, 2 days ago. Okay. I was gonna say, but yes, Thinkorswim needs to be updated. Alright, I guess all I can do is just sit here and wait and hope that it comes my way. Alright, I'm beginning to wonder if I should go ahead and exit soon, because I realized, I forgot, yes, we regained 4112, but I forgot the next level that we have to break through, the important level that was the level yesterday, is 4128, and we're having trouble breaking past it. We're now at 4126, and we've been trying to break past 4128, so I'm almost wondering if I should just go ahead and put my stop loss at 79, 78, in the hopes that, oh, I forgot, Adam Mancini tweeted. Let's see what he has to say. I posted 1 hour ago, it was likely the last shot for longs at 4112. I don't remember him posting that. And needed a push within 30 minutes. It took about 45, but ES back to the top of the 4110, 4130 chop range. Powell at 1230. Didn't know he was going to be speaking. Now that 4112 held, that was likely last try, fails on next break, meaning if we go back down again, it's going to fall. 4144, 415560 remain next up. I'm surprised he didn't mention that we need to break past 4128. Yeah, someone did ask, is he going to take profit at 4128? We're at 4127 now. Hmm. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Part of me is like, look, put your stop loss at 76, 77, take profits. You've been negative every freaking day. Just take whatever profits you can get. The other part of me is saying, be patient, because every time you get into a little bit of profits, you take the profit knowing there's a potential for more, and there's a possibility of making $40 profit today instead of getting if I sell right now, I'm only making 13 bucks. If I put my stop loss at 79, I'll make 20 bucks. But if this does break past 4128 and make its way up after all to the top, especially to the top of that bull flag, then I can make potentially $40, $50, which would wipe out at least half of my losses for the past week. I have my sell limit right now at 98, which unfortunately is above this supply zone. But if it can charge up with enough force, maybe it'll come back down, because I notice sometimes this moves based on how price moves the stop loss. The frustrating thing is, if I had kept my original 53 and gone along with two options, then I can go ahead and sell here at like 73 or something like that, or 74, and make my 40 bucks. It would take my entire account, but again, that would cover almost half of my losses for the past week. I don't know. I just have to be patient and wait and see. Part of me also thinks maybe I should take my stop loss and put it down to like 68, just in case this thing suddenly turns around. I can at least keep my profits. But again, knowing my luck, if I put my stop loss at 68, it'll turn around, go down to 68, then it will turn up and rally. I actually was worried earlier when we looked like we were forming, because this is on the 5 minute, it looked like we were forming a 5 minute supply, clean supply zone, so I'm glad we pushed past that. A part of me thinks I should sell before Powell speaks, because the market might just suddenly spike down and then spike up, and who knows what's going to happen. But we are now at 4128, so let's see if we can break that finally. Let me put it on ES. I don't know why that other one popped up, but yeah. We're struggling to get past 4128. But yeah, if I had two options, if instead of buying one at 53, I bought two at 53, go ahead and sell one at like 83, which looked like we barely touched. And there we go, that's 30 bucks for the day. And then hold on to the other one and put the stop loss for that one, I don't know. Maybe there I'll put the stop loss at like 73 or something. If it pulls back, it pulls back. But I still make my profits off of that one. But if it breaks and goes higher, then yes, that's good. I was gonna say it looked like we were getting it 4128, but once again we're just hovering there. My worry is that we're gonna have to wait till 12:30 for Powell to speak. I'm gonna give it like a few more minutes. It'll be nice if this 5 minute candle, which is gonna close soon, will close above 4128. That would be good to see. But unfortunately, I closed at it. We're starting our next 5 minute candle right at 4128. If they can push to make this candle close above 4128, that would be a good thing. I just realized too that this has been riding on ES. This has been riding this trend line that I mentioned before. And we finally did a touch here before pulling up. And it looks like this happened right about here, where I could have gotten in at 44. I guess what I could have done and should have done, maybe I should try this in the future, is when it forms a demand zone and starts coming up, I guess the only thing I can do now is maybe use my bad luck to my favor and be like, okay, let's think if I had just gone long and this turns around on me, if I had just gone long and I'm going to put a stop loss, where would I put my stop loss? That's where I'm going to put my buy-in. And then put another buy-in somewhere here, so that when it comes down, it'll fill in my buy limit order, and then I can take this long. So imagine if instead of getting in at 53, I decided, you know what, or the last time it had dropped, it wasn't, in fact, let me take a look. When I got in at 53, it was back here, right here. The lowest it had gone was 45. So I guess if I put my buy limit at 45, hoping it might get back there, I would have bought in 45, let's say a couple options. And of course, I would have to not put a stop loss because it went back down there again. And then I would have two options at 45, and I can probably sell at 95 and then make $100. Or sell one. Well, I probably wouldn't have sold one at 4128. I probably would have been doing what I'm doing here and waited to see. We are above 4128, but just barely, by like 50 cents. So we're slowly grinding our way back up there. And we lost it again. We're down to 4127 now. What I want to do is I want this to grind a little bit further up. I want this to establish that we've gotten 4128. It's there. But we'll need to get a little bit higher, like maybe 4134 or 4135 or something. We need to grind a little bit higher, and we need to break. We need to get to this supply zone right here from yesterday. We need to get up to there. Then if we get up there, I'm going to put my stop loss, my sell limit, to a stop loss at like maybe 83 or 80 or something like that. And then just try and let it run. If it pulls back, and I sell. No big deal. I still make profit. But yeah, we still cannot get 4128. This 5-minute candle is about to close. Let me go back to ES. This 5 minutes, yeah, we've just formed a very clean supply right at 4128, so that's not good. And now we're dropping hard. Next candle is red as well. I was just about to put my stop loss at 78 in the anticipation this is going to drop. But I think these guys are waiting for Powell to speak before pushing higher. Maybe he's the catalyst needed to break 4128 finally. But honestly, I'm kind of tired of waiting. Let's see. Let's see if maybe these guys can push it back up to 4-1. You know what? It's not going to happen. Fuck it. We're out. It's not much profit at all. At least I made up for today's losses. I did say I would love to just be positive for once. Come on. Yay! I made $7 today. Had I set my sell limit at 80 something, 85, whatever, set it here maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to turn around and start to rally. Remember, I sold at 75, right? That was 75 I sold. Yeah, that's about as low as it's going to be now. It'll keep going higher. It's going to turn around and it's going to rally soon because I know that I sold. Come on, prove me right. You know you're gonna do it. You're gonna come up, start rallying now. 75 is the lowest it went. Now we're gonna come up 78. Pretty soon 79. And again, to be clear, there it is, 79. We still haven't broken 4128 fully, decently. Now it's up to 80. See? For some reason, man, my stop loss makes the market rally. Anyways, I think I'll come back at around 12:30 see what happens when Powell starts to speak, and let's see the potential profits I missed out on making. Ugh. Suddenly I had the taste of wine in my mouth, like cheap wine. I haven't had wine in, I think it's been years. Oh, it's proving me wrong. It's falling. Ugh, well, let's come back and see. All right, it's 12:30. As you can see, we reached up as high as about 86. So I could have maybe sold at 85 and made an extra $10, I guess, if I had waited. Um, but just before 12:30 hit, we dropped hard and we dropped back down to 60-ish. So Powell should be speaking now. The volatility isn't as crazy as I thought it would be, but I will point out that we still have not broken 4128. The closest we came was way back here, earlier, like around 12 o'clock, or before 12 o'clock, like 11:45, 11:50. So probably by the end of whatever it is he's going to say, whatever his speech is, it's going to make its move. And maybe that move will be upwards. What I would like, you know what, never mind. I was going to say what I would like to see is for it to go down and retest this demand zone, but even if it does, it doesn't make a difference. My account's practically empty. Um, I'm still down over $100 from last week. I mean, of course, I'm not going to make up that and just with a $7 trade. Um, but yeah, I don't know what he's speaking about today, but if it does continue to rally, then hey, whatever, I missed out. And yes, I technically made profit, but and I'm so frustrated. I was right. This demand zone forming in a demand zone was indeed a bullish symbol. Then we had a inverse head and shoulders form here, and then pop, pop. So if instead of taking it long here, if I had said, hey, listen, this is forming another whatever, let me just hope it will come back down and maybe I can get in. I remember when I was trading successfully in the middle of last year, that's something I would do. I was very conservative. I would say I wouldn't let FOMO get to me. I'll do the opposite. I was like, all right, you know what? We formed this is a point where the price should bounce. I'm gonna put my price just slightly below. If it gets filled, it gets filled. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What can I do? Um, but yeah, I thought there would be some volatility. That's why I started this video, but it looks like it's pretty tempered for now. Maybe it'll make its move when he's done speaking. So I'll come back then. Well, I presume Powell's meeting is done, and as you can see, it's just powering up now. We are still not breaking 4128 though. We're at 4126, but I have a feeling we're going to break it finally. And this is going to power its way. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. Wow, dude. Wow. And just like that, we're at 4140. And we are also at the top of that bull flag that I mentioned from before. And the funny thing is, remember earlier I was thinking about putting my stop loss at 108 since I got in at 58, saying that, hey, you know what, this will give me a $50 profit for the day, which would be good. It makes up for half of my losses from last week, blah, 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 blah. And bam, I mean, not just to 108, but past it. Wait, is this speech at 12 o'clock or is it 12:30? Hold on. Let me look at Adam Mancini's post one more time. Where's that post? Oh, it's at 12:30. It's at 12:30. Well, if that's the case, then I guess this is a reaction to whatever it is he's saying. Look, look, isn't this interesting? I know that I'm going to put this on a 1 minute. I'm going to zoom in, zoom in. Look at this wick. Right down to our demand zone that formed yesterday. And here's the funny thing. Even though this wick drove its way down here, the lowest it got was $60. But it's this is where I sold at 43, right? That makes no sense. Come on. Help me out here. Help me make sense of this. It dipped all the way down here, and it was, I mean, it must be the volatility. It must be the lack of liquidity, volatility, whatever. But if it's 43 here, right? How is it 60 here? 43 here, 44 here, 60 here. But whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's we've finally broken 4128, and it's gonna rally from here. If you put like a buy limit somewhere here, hoping it'll spike down and pick you up, then there you go. You can get picked up at 65, whatever, and sell really quickly at 95 or 105 if it gets up to there. But we're still early in the day. This might likely blast up to about 150, $200. There it is. There it goes. Oh my god, bro. Well, I told myself I'll wait until after Powell's meeting. And I didn't listen. Look at this. Look at this. Now we're at 4145. We're at the top of the bull flag, and once it breaks through the bull flag, it is going to rally. I know it's hard to see here. Let me back it up to a 15. Let me back it up to a 515. There we go. We're at the bull flag. 4145 was the first target. Now we've broken. And now there we go. That's $100 I could have made today if I just didn't put a stop loss, just waited until after Powell's meeting, Powell's speech. And it's going to go even higher. Also, what irritates me so much, I want to know if there's some outlet I can find that lets me know. If I had known that Powell was going to be speaking today at 12:30, I probably wouldn't have traded until after 12:30. I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have seen that demand zone form here in SPY and said, okay, he's going to talk. Maybe when he talks, it'll spike down and test this demand zone again, and I can put a couple buy-ins here. What a crappy day. I know overall I came out positive today, but I mean, it's such a small profit. Who cares? Who cares? Now we're already at the second target. 4155, 4160 is the next target, and we're practically there already on ES. And just like that, bounce. Just, I don't know, bro. To be a successful trader, you have to have a pretty fat account a minimum of $1,000, really, just to begin. A minimum. You also have to have luck and a crap ton of patience. But luck. No, seriously, you have to have luck. And it seems that I just need to not have a stop loss, just not sell, because I think the majority of the times I'm from the videos you've seen so far, the majority of times where I sell, I end up missing out on profits. I should track how many times I take trades that ended up being potentially profitable, but I sold early, either for a loss or for a small gain. I should really track that. So now that we've broken through the the bull flag, you know what? Before Powell's speech, I actually thought to myself, what if I get a SPY option that's way out of the money, right? I was thinking like 417, 418 or something like that. And just buying what I could with the last bit of money I had in my account. And I could have done that too. Could have gone in here at $9. Anyways, as usual, the work just keeps flowing in, so let me just stop this. I'm just distraught right now. I want to make this my last video of the day. I haven't even finished or started the next project I have to do, but I just want to point out that on ES, we have now officially made it to 4160, which was the target all along. But with such speed, we've made it here that I wouldn't doubt that we're going to push even higher. And there we go. 4161. The ultimate high that we've gotten to shortly after the FOMC meeting, the day after the FOMC meeting, was 4208. So it may, again, I'm not in the call anymore, so it's going to rally. It's going to push even higher. But I just want to emphasize that I was here at $53 with one option, and I got back in at $58 and sold for a measly $7 profit. And look at this. I mean, if I kept my original 53 and then got back in at 45 to average down and increase my position size, at this rate, if this keeps pushing up a little bit more, I could have made $400 today almost. But it just irritates me that no one mentioned, and I'm sorry, but it would have been nice. Let me see something. I'm gonna stop the recording and I want to go read Adam Mancini's newsletter and see if he mentioned that Jerome Powell was going to be speaking today. I want to see that. All right, I read the newsletter. I even double checked certain paragraphs. Nowhere in his newsletter did he mention that Jerome Powell was going to be speaking today. So the only thing I can think of is that this was some news that came out late after the fact that Jerome Powell was going to be speaking. So we're now at 4170 on ES, and like I said, this is going to keep pushing. There it is, 250. 250. It'll push beyond that, but there it is. Had I kept my original option and not sold it at $43, could have made $200. Close to $200 today. I feel bad for my neighbor downstairs because this garbage chair, which is probably about 15 years old, keeps popping and grinding when I move around. And it's very uncomfortable. So it's just something else just to add to the all the stresses, all the itching, all the frustration that's coming at me from every direction. Can't sleep, don't have money for food, working 2 jobs. have to deal with an moronic neighbor upstairs that keeps making noise. And this is my possible outlet. This is what I'm relying on to help me get some side income. This. But I guess I can just blame myself. I don't stick with my plans. I sell too early. Um, I said today I will wait till a proper demand zone forms, and I'm gonna take it long. I did, and I should have just held it. But in my defense, if I had known that Jerome Powell was going to be speaking at 12:30 today, I probably wouldn't have made a trade until after he spoke. And it just frustrated. Let me see if Trade Brigade said anything about Jerome Powell speaking. Nope, he didn't say anything either. So, I mean, this is what frustrates me though. There's no news outlet. There's nothing, and there really should be. There really should be some news outlet that tells you, especially people who trade the S&P futures or SPY, that says, "Hey, CPI." I mean, let me see. I have that news network thing here. Where is it? Trading. There it is. Let's see if it says anything here about Jerome Powell speaking. Yes, 12:40. My God, dude. So it was there. I just didn't notice it. Yeah, well, again, I only have myself to blame. I only have myself to blame. I remember looking at this in another video to see if there's anything potential this week that I would want to know about, and I couldn't find anything. I wonder if there's some way I can, when these things come up, if I can like set an alert or something, but I'm guessing that's a no. And it looked like we peaked at this weekly. No, it'll pass. It'll blow past this one too. This is gonna keep pushing till late today. I wouldn't be surprised if this is gonna be worth 350 something. In fact, when did I get in? It was 43, 53, 53 the first time, 58 the second time. This is gonna reach 353 or 358 later on today. It's gonna reach up to there. Now that we've broken through the bull flag. And there it is. I mean, broken through it big time. I'm done. Okay, another update. It turns out that this was that weekly that I had shown before. Turns out it was the resistance. We rejected from here, and I thought we might get a retest at the bull flag, but so far we've broken in and fallen further in. I'm not sure where we would bounce, but if I had to guess, we may bounce at this weekly here at worst. At best, we may end up bouncing at the previous. Is there a previous? Let me see if I can find a previous resistance on the 5 here. Probably here or VWAP, one of these two, if it bounces again. And we're at 126, so this may just be a retest of the bull flag, and it'll break and bounce and come back out again. So, yeah. There's that. Let's take a look at it on SPY and see. Yes, so this was the resistance from yesterday. And this is about 4-1. No, we're not even at 4128. We're still above that. We're at 4140, which was the second target. And we peaked as high as almost 4. We can just go back to ES and look at it together. 4175. 4175. So 15 points above the original target. So yeah, I don't know why I'm updating this, but I'm just doing it just so I can get some clarification and context for the rest of the day. And yeah, I need to figure out how to stitch these videos together. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting tired of seeing myself pop up on the screen too, but I wanted to point out I just noticed something. If you look on the 15-minute, both on ES and on SPY, yes, it rejected at this weekly, but also formed a very clean, well, mostly clean looking. I'm going to go ahead and add it right now. 15-minute supply here. And if it's 15-minute supply, it's got to be a 5-minute supply. But let's finish it on the 15 and see how it looks. Meaning if you missed out on that long, and you of course had money in your account, unlike me, or let's say you did get the long and you still have some extra money and you thought, you know what, I'm going to squeeze a little extra profit out of the day, and you saw this forming on one of your multiple screens, because I wish I had that many screens. You were like, hey, you know what? This could be a false breakout, and this could be forming a supply zone, and you can take this short. Hold on, I just need to zoom in on this. Oh my god, okay. I should have done this on SPY. One more. This is, you know what? Why am I doing this on ES? So stupid. I normally do this on SPY, I'm sorry. Remove. You know what? No, let's keep it. Let's keep it. We'll keep that there just for now. Let me go back to SPY. And let's actually do it properly. Oh, look here. This is from, I don't know what day this was from, but it's clearly from, oops, it's from some time before. So we'll just go ahead and adjust this accordingly. And now we'll add our tangle of the rec. 34, 44, whatever. This is good enough. But more importantly, we've fallen back into the bull flag range. So, and we currently are. Oh, and look, I'm noticing a lot of things. I'm sorry. We're not testing the previous demand either. We're falling below it. And like Adam Mancini said, if we test 4112 again, it's going to fail. And it looks like that may in fact be the case. Going back to ES, and if we go to the 15-minute, we are in a 15-minute. Let's go to 515. There it is. There's the trend line that I was hoping it would test earlier today, and we've fallen below now into it. This could be where we bounce. Could be. We'll have to see. But see, here's the danger with options. If you're not paying attention, let's say you got in somewhere here and you didn't sell, and you thought like I did that this might go even higher, and you weren't paying attention, and if you didn't use a stop loss, imagine if you went in here at 120 or 130. Hell, what if you went in 10 options? Sorry, I'm so tired. You put in 10 options at 130, so $1,300, and you confidently walked away thinking that this is going to rally, and you didn't take your profits here, and you didn't have a trailing stop loss, which I don't even know if you can have for options, to be honest. I've tried using the bracketed whatever thing here. It doesn't work for me. So there you go. You would have potentially lost your entire investment from $1,300 to $80. That is the danger of options. That is the danger. I know I complain and I whine about being negative every day, but the reason why I use stop losses is because of things like this. That is a dramatic difference from 1 o'clock almost, basically let's just say 1 o'clock to 1:34. So let's say in a matter of 40 minutes, $2,760 can turn into $80. And this is going to continue falling, it looks like. So we're not getting our bounce here after all. The only other place I would say we would be able to bounce then is we'll have to bounce at the bull flag. That's the only other place that we'll get the bounce. So we'll have to see. Or here. It's possible here. I don't know how many bounces we've gotten there before. Zoom out, please. Okay, fine. Let's do 1030. Yeah, this white line was, I think, going to be it. So it'll have to be the bottom of the bull flag. We'll have to see. But it is an interesting development so far for the day. So maybe my next video will be just before or after market closes, unless something major develops. Yes, I'm back. I know. Sorry. I'm going to definitely have to figure out how to stitch these videos together into one, but I'm trying to do some research to find some hospitals first. But anyways, look at this. This was our previous demand from the day. And even though we broke through it on a 15-minute candle, and it's hard to see here, but we made a very clean supply. So therefore, on the 5-minute candle, we should have made a new supply. And I saw this happen here. We created a supply here. I'll do that later. We created a supply here, and then what happened? This, oh my God, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not focused at all. My head feels just like it would if you just woke up in the morning and you're a little bit dizzy. All right, let's say I do that rectangle with a 10-cent space, demand formed, demand retested, and then we rallied. And if I had some money to actually trade, I would pick a strike price that would be close or a reasonable strike price. So let's say we picked 410. So demand formed, demand retested. Let's say we took this long at the beginning of this 5-minute candle, which would be 150. Where's 150? Right here. Okay, so this would be the first that was formed, and because of theta, when we drop back down, yeah, so one could have gotten in here at $40. Okay, $40, and then ended up selling here at 100 and made yourself 60 bucks on one contract, 600 on 10. You know, I'm starting to think maybe there's some truth to just waiting till the last couple hours of the market to trade, because it seems, I don't know, whatever. But there we go. I didn't notice this before, but I took a glance at my iPad, and I have TradingView on my iPad, and I saw that we appear to be bouncing at a daily that I had before. Actually, we just flushed just below the daily by like $1 actually. But relatively speaking, on a 5-minute candle, it looks like we came below the daily. And I think the next line I have is another daily. We just almost touched that line. Created this 5-minute demand zone. Came back up. Came back down. Retested that 5-minute demand zone. And now look, we're rallying. So yeah, if you were able to get in down here at say 40, you'd have gotten 100% profits here. Now look, we're back to our original resistance, and we reclaimed. Let's look at ES. Oh, look where we bounced. Remember what I said before, that if we were going to bounce, chances are it was going to be either at the bottom of this bull flag, but more than likely it was going to be either this trend or this trend. On the 15-minute, it's the white trend, the one that it bounced from before. Here, let's back it up here, and then there. Yeah, I actually adjusted it from before. So, but on a 5-minute, On a 5 minute, we bounced at, and this is something that annoys me about Thinkorswim. It really does. If you change the time, the time frame, it looks like it's bouncing off different trend lines. It's so annoying. But on a 5 minute, we're bouncing off the white trend line here, but on the 5 minute, we're bouncing off our blue trend line here. And look at that rally. Wow, man. This would have been a good trade here. From 40 to 140 or above. And the beautiful thing about having a large account is, yeah, you can take some small trades here and there, but you can have a tight stop loss, and if things didn't work out, no worries. You can just get back in and try another trade. I keep getting bombarded with work, but I wanted to say this. This is after I had made that video, I thought to myself, you know what? If this thing keeps pushing as it's going to push, it might make its way to the upper part of the bull flag, and it might break and then just rally. What if I had picked a option that's out of the money, but just barely, and we make it in the money? Especially since we're coming close to market close, it's going to be a cheap and then quickly a cheap entry. So in other words, I had chosen 413, and I was looking at it, and this was back here. I forgot when I made the video, and I realized I can't afford it because I only have like 11 bucks in my account. And I thought, you know what, is it really going to break through the bull flag? And it didn't occur to me to maybe pick something further out. Oh wait, I picked, what was it initially I had picked? 415. Anyways, now that I'm looking at it, oh my god. Okay. That I'm looking at it, yeah, no, I probably could have made it in. And one of these dips, I probably could have made it in. But it would have been risky, because as soon as it turns around, then I'm going to lose whatever I put in. Anyways, okay, I did my work wrong, so I got to redo it. I'm just frustrated with work right now, and there's nothing like working for yourself, man. The beauty about working for yourself is you don't have to have someone tell you to do something, but purposefully, annoyingly, or whatever, just forget to tell you what to do, or assume you already know what to do, whatever. But man, and I'm thinking back that when I made another video from before, and I was talking about how this went from $276 to $8, remember? I was talking about how dangerous options are and how they can dramatically lose their value. The irony is, this went down low enough that I could have gone back in with my measly $11.82. Oh, and I recently got an update from my bank that I'm now even more overdrawn than I was before. So it's just one of those great days, man, where everything, I go running on Saturday, my shoe falls apart. Um, I can't go get groceries because I don't have any money. I don't even know what just got paid that put me further in the negative, and I just keep losing money in the market. I mean, yes, I remember today is a positive day, but I mean, $7, really? When I was talking about how this went from 276 to $8, I could have gotten back in. I could have gotten back in under the anticipation that it might bounce. And here's the part that's a slap in the face. It's gotten as high as 170, or I could have put 168. So I could have made $100+ today. Not only making up for all of the losses from the last week, from last week up until today, but increasing my account size. Wouldn't have been dramatic, but it would be something. And now we've made it all the way back to where we were before. where we put in that supply zone, and we still have an hour left of the market, so this might go even further. The irony, man, the ironic slap in the face. The ironic slap in the face is when I exited at 43 this morning when I took my shower, if I held it, didn't exit at all, and waited until after Powell's meeting, could have made 200 bucks off of that. Maybe even bought another option and got some more money. When we collapsed after his meeting, I could have got back in again. Like I said, I have uh, 11 bucks. Could have got back in again here, made some more money. But again, it's all hindsight. It's all hindsight. God, I'm so tired and hungry. It's so easy to look left of the screen and look at the charting patterns and say, oh, it bounced here and it did this and it did that. That's why it did this and this and that. But guessing what's going to happen to the right of the screen, that's damn near impossible, man. All right, 10 minutes before market closes, and and this thing went from $6 to, and it keeps pushing up. This is gonna hit $300. I mean, oh my God, I just. Oh, let me show you what's in TradingView here. If I can find my cursor. I know TradingView looks like a complete mess, but let's zoom in on ES really quick. No, no, not that one. I hate this. What is this? I wish I can get rid of this one. So before Powell spoke, after Powell spoke, or during Powell's speech, and whatever. So look, I mean, pick your spot. On a 1 hour, we bounced at this SMA, whatever. Let's look at the 15 and this support that I have here, this cluster of support from before between 4085 and 4100. Bam, right there, right there. Boom, rallied. Made a nice 15-minute demand zone right here, but I didn't notice that. How could I? I was too busy doing other things. But I did notice the two supply zones tested. So, yep, another missed opportunity for the day. We've broken through the bull flag, and for all I know, overnight this is gonna rally some more. So this is gonna be I'm gonna make this my last video because, yep, there it is. It's almost about to hit. There it is, 306. Boom, there it is. So when it was $8, if I decided to just get in with one of my options, just one option, if I could have squeezed in an $8, $9 option with my $11 here, and just walked away and said, hey, if I lose 11 bucks, I lose 11 bucks, and waited up until right before market. I mean, look, we just hit $341. If I waited till right about market close and go ahead and sell, I would triple my account. Can you imagine if someone saw this double demand zone forming here? And remember what I said before? I said this morning that when I take trades, I like it so that I like to trade it. I like to trade it. I like to take the trade when there are confluences. Confluence one, we have a clean demand zone that formed right at a trend line. Of course, that was on the 5 minute. with Thinkorswim, when you change the time frame, so 5 minutes, 50 minutes it's there. Let's see, 30 minutes, it's not there. 1 hour, it's way above. I mean, this is a Thinkorswim. It's frustrating. But on my trading view, there's no trend lines, but still, I don't know, whatever. Point is, we have two demand zone forming. One here, retested here. This would be a great spot to take it long, man. Great spot to take it long. And remember earlier I was saying, oh, what if I picked a strike price that's further out? Well, I could have chosen 415 or something. And what time is this? 3 o'clock. I don't know if I would have been able to squeeze in here, but look, the point is, this is a day that afforded great opportunities for trading. One, I didn't check the schedule to see that Jerome Powell was speaking. Two, a good time to trade would have been after he spoke. Oh, and three, I did go long earlier today, not once but twice, and sold early. Well, the stop loss kicked in. And you know what? Let's go back. Remember what I said? Let's go to 413 because that's what I used. I had said that we probably would not see. God damn it, we wouldn't. I said that. What I need to do is just scream out the window. I said that we probably won't see 43 again. How ironically hilarious, being that we went down to $6. That was an old client. I haven't heard from him in almost 7 months. Anyways, I can feel the heat from my laptop burning, so that's it. I'll try and stitch these videos later and add them.